And in the end zone, that'll be a touchback. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. You go to the left. You go to
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
So on fourth down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Sanu. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready? Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, dude.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Geno Atkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Second and 16. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's now third down and 16.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
51, Mike 51.
From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a handoff. Johnson. And some room to work. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Complete to Mike Gesicki.
A gain of 6 there on first.
To pick up of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Ty Johnson.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now the 2nd down throw on target. It'll be a gain of 9, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Complete to DK Metcalf. It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Flushed out right. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off of play action, Tagovailoa going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A gain of 32 that time.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Is good.
And he's got it up and through.
The game at 7. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Tremont Smith on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
A gain of 15.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
Johnson running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 6.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this is fielded in the end zone, so possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They give to Johnson going right. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and 14.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Texans 14, Jaguars 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10. Now Tua going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
You know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 15. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Number 31.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Mahomes. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Complete to Mike.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Johnson running left. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Ball carrier.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Mercedes Lewis, his first touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
That ties
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 14.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And no return for Bolden. It's a touchback, and out it comes to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, Tua steps away to his left. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Desmond King picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. They find some open field here. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fielded in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He was brought down by...
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes back, oh, they're on it, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
And you don't see this one very often, but that one was blocked, deflected, whatever you want to call it, and they were able to pick it up and advance it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And as a punter, with the heels of your shoes in the back of that end zone, tough spot to be in. The nightmare scenario plays out. And the lead is now 13.
Is good. Makes the score Jaguars 27, Texans 14. Graham Gano.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Don't let 89 go deep.
Here's Tua. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
Tagovailoa's pass intercepted by the Jaguars. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The end of the 3rd.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Ty Johnson.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd down.
Now here's Mahomes. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
Complete to Brashad Perriman.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Touchdown.
Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gano for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Jaguars 34. Texans.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Texans on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun, and that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Results in a 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
They go to Johnson again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Field goal, a 47-yard attempt.
And I think Gano missed it. He did. He missed it off to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he fires one incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Being chased out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Tua to throw again. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On first down, Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
At the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.